live in the clouds. And we're at Mount Etna again. And now it's time to relax. I get to relax. So let's take a look at this, you all. This is the life form that lives in the clouds at Mount Etna and around the world. This is just one screenshot of it. And thank you for tuning in. Let me shrink it down. I didn't take too big of a thing, but you can see like little round gray balls or something like that is what you can see. We're going to go over to Mount Etna now. And this is a bigger view of them in the clouds. And there may be those who think, oh my gosh, this woman's done lost it. No, I haven't. I haven't done lost it at all. There is a life form in the clouds. And it doesn't look like us at all. It doesn't. Look how they crease. They're creased. Look at the two little eyes right here. I wish we could have had some more like coming up out of the ground, because some of these, they come out from the ground too. And you can see the indentions that these aren't normal clouds, you all. They're not. They have like black stuff in them. I mean, it's like it's right here, some black stuff. I don't know what you would call this type of a life form. I really don't. But they're in the clouds. My leg is itching. Gina's gonna stretch her leg. Okay, let's look at the whole thing. So Mount Etna. Yeah, okay, that's where we're at. Mount Etna. Let's look at this. Let's come up here before we take off on this live webcam, because this live webcam is live, and this portion of it, I just wanted to get a little bit of idea of look like there's some white stuff in them too. Look how they clustered together. What would look like this? Hello, Carol. What would look like that? So let's push the play button. And let's see if we can catch some of them moving. In the clouds. These are like slow, the clouds are slowly moving. Hello. Slow movement right here for now. And it'd probably be best if we sped it up. It probably would be. So you can see the movement, because I think this camera jerks. Let's do it. Let's speed it up. We're going to go fast. Y'all ready? We are going to go fast. Okay, we are speeding it up, and you'll be able to see them better. Okay. Look at the strings of black. Can you see it? Strings of black on the clouds. You can look down here. Let me try to make it bigger. I need to make it bigger. Okay. Make it bigger so we can zoom in more of it's on these clouds. And hello, Rosie Pie. Trying to think, they're like one big entity, like inside the clouds. See the dark gray in them? Wonder, they're like some bring it out. What's over here? Let's see if we can get some more gray. It's hard to get some really good footage of them because look at some of this black in him right here. We just can't see them that well on some of the webcams. And it's really hard to find a good webcam that you can document them in. They blend really well. Look at this right here. I'm trying to think what on earth you could define or compare these two. I really am trying to see what would you compare them to? What type of a life form? You couldn't say worms. Well, because I don't think there'd be. Well, look at that right there in the center. See the gray in the center? They are they're not, they're very flexible. How about that? They're very flexible. They're like that right there. I've saw them before and they have the ability, you know those little sticky hands that you can throw and they stretch? You know that like type of consistency? I've seen these do that before. They they yeah, they're like that type. They can stretch. They can stretch, you all. They can stretch themselves like a sticky hand. And but I don't know what they're some kind of an organic. I think they're like an organic like life form. They're not solid at all. Um Not at all are they solid. Let's see what we can see down here. It needs to focus. Can you please focus for us? Thank you. What if the clouds are alive? Really ask yourself, what if these clouds are alive? They definitely got some type of a life form in them. They do. And yeah, like a strip of clouds. Oh, let's see what the filter looks like. This is the inverted mode. Okay, well, the inverted mode don't show too much at all. It doesn't. Let's go back to the normal mode. Okay, we got some rainbow looking colors, but then look how that white formed. Like a, I would have, if I would have just saw only one screenshot of that, I would have said, well, that's a white ship. I would have said that. That is a white ship. I would have just said that if I didn't see any other movement. Oh, well, you're welcome. I really do like to relax at night when I finally do stop for the day. And this is, if I can find something peaceful like this, I like to share it. But I would like for it to have more stuff in it. See the black edges? You could say that, you know what black stringy tar looks like? That's like these consistency, because they can get to that consistency, black and stringy tar-like. And they can line themselves up. I've seen them in the sky. If you've been in an airplane, they can stretch themselves out really long, and they are solid black tar-like, is what they are. I don't know where they came from. I really have no idea where they came from, how they got here. And, ooh, look at this one right here. How long they've been here. I have no idea. Look at this one right here. It's in the center. It reminds me of, I don't know, you can see these individual things moving by themselves. What somebody said there's jellyfish in the sky, but these don't look like jellyfish. They don't. They I really think looking at these at times they're living, and this is their home in the sky in these clouds. So you can see them. They're all along the edge of the clouds. And look at this one sticking up like a snake head right there in the center. Ah, Doyle, thank you. Right there in the center. Okay, can we kind of focus? I wonder how it is that they see they're pulling themselves together and they're closing up the gap in the cloud is what they're doing. So there's the dark, like almost black-like substances, and then there's white, and it's like, what are they doing, really? They'd have to be some type of life form because what was that? Did you see that? I would say that was a bird, but it's probably an AI bird, really. I would probably say at this point in the game, but it's not a game, really, that it was like an AI bird flying across there. Thank you, Maui Babe. I would say that it's like, remember how you could do dances, rain dances, and the people could dance and for the rain, and it pleased the sky, the beings in the sky, and they would bring forth the rain, is what they would do. Well, let's look inside here. Okay, let's look underneath this cloud. You see, looks like it's got a layer underneath it. Can you see it in the background? Underneath, it's like several layers. Have you noticed that also when you've taken pictures? There's like, yeah, like the rain gods. There's like several layers to these clouds. Let's see, let's get some of these up here that are coming into view. Like a biological ship. It could be. And I know that there are a need to know people on the earth who know exactly what's going on in the skies above. And I feel that it is so wild that they dare not tell anybody because it's so unbelievable. So unbelievable what's going on in the sky above. Um, you watched a launch in the country today. Um, Organic intelligence. Could you talking about in Mount Etna? Because I recorded it. It literally launched. Something came from the ground. Are you talking about Mount Etna? Something came from the ground and shot up straight toward the cloud. And I caught it on the recording, but I hadn't had a chance to show anything. Well, this went fast. The skies were clear in Florida. You had a launch in Florida. Okay, I got you. I thought you were talking about Mount Etna. Because at a point in time in Mount Etna, there was something that launched straight from the ground and went straight toward the clouds. You was driving when you saw it. You're welcome. You're very welcome. So oh, I paused it. Yeah, I wanted to see if we can see some more because this stuff, I don't like it when it does that. Sometimes I think it just does it just to do it. Let's just get this quit getting blurred on us. We gotta straighten yourself out. Yeah, we gotta straighten it out, you all. So, so you're not gonna see very much with this movement right here, because this is really slow movement that's taking place right here. All of these clouds right there. Are you talking about this one right here on the side? Do you know that this one right over here in this corner, it goes completely red when the sun goes down, and it don't change its shape. It doesn't. It's pretty wild when the sun goes down is what happens. Let's see if we can like zoom up on these. I've not zoomed up. This is Mount Etna. This is one of the cameras at Mount Etna, and I've not really zoomed up on these type of clouds like this because I mainly tried to hone in on the ones that have the black stuff in them. But these have white things in them too. You can see the white things. They got a tip on them in the clouds, and they're making up the cloud is what they're doing. They're creating those long clouds, and it's like different layers. It's different layers inside here. And this right here isn't harp. You see that? I don't know what that thing was that flew across. This isn't harp. These clouds. Hello, Tina Jackson. These clouds, you can either see them in the white stretching like this and or the black. The white or the black tarry. And I think that they're a life form. I really do. If you ever go to the ISS and you look at these clouds, some of the clouds look like windows in there too. They could make their own windows. If you look at this, kind of look like a square moving around down there. It really does. Why are these things poked up in that cloud down there? You see them? They're like nodules. And then right here you have like little gray things coming out of the whites of the clouds, like gray, like atmospheric or gray organic. I don't know what you would call plumes of some type of gaseous stuff coming out of these clouds. You see them? Plumes of gray like stuff coming out, like and you got some stuff up there too, like plumes of gray coming out of the length of the clouds. Well, I think these clouds are intelligent. I really do. I think they're intelligently designed. That is for certain. Very intelligently designed is what you could say. But then who are these sticking their heads out of the cloud in the middle? Look at them. They got the nodules on them, and this keeps trying to focus because it's trying to focus on too many things. The AI is, and the AI is trying to get the best picture necessary. Star Wars and stuff like that. Oh, even it seems like what is down there? Even it seems like the very blurredness is living, really kind of living. Like what's up underneath here? You've got stuff underneath here too. Is that flying cubes flying around? Now, I'm not joking either. I've seen little black cubes fly from cloud to cloud. They don't even need wings. They just fly from cloud to cloud is what they do. And I'm sure other people have seen them do it also. Cloud to cloud. Um, I ooh, look at the arches right here, you all, of the edges of these clouds. Kind of like like one of those clam shells or whatever that has the ripples right there in the center. Look, what are they doing? And I say they because there's something in them, you all. There's something in these clouds, really. Um, well, there are let's just say, there's cloud entities that have the ability to, I brightened up my screen, which I probably should have done a while back. Cloud entities that have rainbow colors in them. And I think that they can read people's minds. They can sense your emotions and stuff. And look at that. Isn't that strange? Yeah. And if you've seen a rainbow cloud, sometimes I think they're like plasma ships or something. I really do. We gotta zoom out since we can't really zoom in that well. This could be I don't know, an an alien life form. I don't like to use the word alien life form, but people do use that word. An alien life form. And you can see the Mount Etna. Let's get it in there. Sorry about see my hand outlined in there. Boom! Just like that. This is, they make it to where you can't really zoom up on much of the stuff anymore. They really do, and it's kind of disappointing. But it's all right, you all. At least we're able to zoom up, right? Right, Gina, honey. See how red that is? Look how red it is, you all. That is so red. When I saw the redness of this, I thought, what if that is a great big entity and not just a red cloud? I'm serious. That's what I was thinking when I saw that. It looks like a great big entity because it never moved. It stayed in one spot. Let's go and watch it. Let's watch it change its color because it did. It stayed in one spot. Let's just watch it. Let's watch it. Let's sit here and just watch it because as it gathers together, it's going to what's coming out of here down here. Let's look down here. Got like a long straight string of something coming out of Mount Etna right here, and it could even be interdimensional ships. Now, I do believe that there are ships. There's UFO ships, but there's also something else. Okay, Gina, can you get it going? Okay, let's watch it because we're going to watch it. And it's going to take on a nice smooth shape. This cloud right here, it's kind of dark like right now on the corner. But it just hangs around there. You saw a giant face? Yeah. If I can wait for the redness to appear, because we know the sun has an effect on the clouds. We really do know it. Let's just do it like this. It has an effect on the clouds. And really ask yourself, how can it? How can it have an effect on the clouds? But it does. Now look, we got two variations of color. We got the tan color that comes out from the volcano, really from the ground of the volcano right here. And I've seen ships. Look, that one right there never moved. I believe that's a ship because it stays so straight right there, coming out the top left with a chain and drag it. They're dragging something with a boat. You see a boat on here? Okay, so the cloud's getting really red. And the general shape of the cloud, which is like from no, what on earth did I do? Okay, sorry. I don't know what I did. I touched it, and I don't think I can turn off my touch screen. I really don't. Okay, but the general size of the cloud right there, that curvature, that stays. So I'm sorry, using my cell phone. Yeah, but this, I'm saying down here at the bottom, there are entities that come out from underneath here, and that does look like a ship down there, and it's cloaked. There, no, see, there's some straight edges right there. Can you see the straight edges? That is part of a ship right there. It's parked right outside this volcano. It looks like it's on its, I don't know, it has like a flat ramp, like for a top. Right there is what it, wait, let's see. See what we can see. I got it inverted. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, well, see, we can see some more solid-like structures. So the inverted is really good. It is. So you can see down here coming out of the volcano, it looks like maybe some ships or something. And, ooh, that kind of looked like a face or something. Let's see up here at this cloud that's turning red. But we're just looking at this down here. This new app that I've got on this phone, YouTube app, it is got the inverted mode on it, which is, I really think it's really cool that the technology is allowed to be had. What is going on down here, you all? Really think about that. What is this coming out of the volcano? Because if we look at the normal mode, let's do the normal mode for you to see it. That's the normal mode. No, there's some kind of structure there, you all. There really is. We've been sitting there looking at it. Let's like do this beam. Let's see which one can bring it out the best. Let's see what filter. It kind of brings it out some more. Look at that. What is that? What's it? I know they got organic looking ships and some of these things. It's a spaceship, you all. It is a UFO. Oh my God. It's a UFO. It really is. And this is a, I'm trying to see which ones of these would bring it out the best. Here's silver. Okay, this is silver. But this is the inverted. I thought it was the inverted. No, this is the inverted. It is some type of a ship down there. Let's get back to the normal mode. Yes. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you all, it's not moving. That ship is not really moving. It's just staying in one place. Oh, we missed the redness up here because of this outline. This is really intelligent, okay? In order for the outline to remain here, really think about it. Because it's not moving. It must be, what could its composition be? Really think about it. If it was like a normal cloud, it already been gone, but this ain't. No, this is staying in place is what it's doing. These things right here. I think there's more to this than what we realize, but we can't see it all. Whenever you see these dark colors like this, okay, that is a telltale sign that there is some type of a ship, a UFO around right here. These things right here, they can hover really low in the sky. Look at it stretching out like that, you all. Let's look at this. Look at that. It's really straight in the center. Let's see if there's any change to the composition down here. Okay, it's moving now. All of a sudden, it's moving. It sat still. It sat still, and now it's decided it wants to move. It really did. You see how long it sat there at that volcano? It was a cloaked ship, and now it's moving. That dark, that tan looking thing right there. Now let's look at the top up here. I bet that this thing up here has something to do with that thing down there. What is the line in the top? What are you talking about? Like right here? That's an unusual shape, isn't it? Oh, look at this. Let's see if there's something. What, good afternoon. Let's see what we can see in the inverted mode. Okay. So, I don't know. I really don't know what it is because I can't really tell what it would be. And look at the outline of this cloud too. So, I'm not sure. But whatever this thing is, right here, it's just biding its time down there, moving. Stayed at the breath of the volcano for the longest time, you all. It really did. It's a slow moving ship, and we got some kind of solid object up here at the top. Oh my goodness, of this volcano. It looks like dragon skin. What looks like dragon skin? Has any of you all noticed your skin is really soft lately? Um, Tea Honey, we have went to Mount Etna. Is where we are at. Okay. We're at Mount Etna. We're looking at the volcano. And I was, look at this thing right here. Watch it. You can see my hand. Ooh. This thing right here. Oh, look as it gets over here, you all. Let's look at this. It had something in it. You see it? What did it have in it? Down there. That was that ship. And there's another one coming over here. It's coming from the volcano too. And the red is really highlighting it. But what type of ships are they? That, you know, they can be, they don't have to be. See, no, you all, this is too wild. That has got to be some type of a ship or an entity up there for that cloud to stay up there that long. It really does. You ever take a picture and you see an orb, a red orb in your picture, a massive red orb. I would think that those are ships. And then you got this massive red orb. And this, oh, looks like they're trying to protrude out on the side. They really are. There's white in these. Look how they're sticking out. I think a white ship's going to try to come through there maybe. Or whatever it is. I don't know. It got wiggly. It did. It got wiggly. I messed it up. This thing started, it got kind of wiggled. It's like they're constantly rearranging themselves in that cloud. And it looks like that cloud is trying to shrink up what is happening down there. See it? Let's see if it changed its shape once it got toward the edge of the camera. I can't tell, but maybe you all can. Or maybe not. It's just solid. Yeah. Okay, we'll go back to the regular mode. And that structure right there. Do you think it's a big entity up there, you all? Really? This cloud? A living entity? Because it reminds me of great big orb. And a great big orb. I've seen the great big orbs show up in my pictures before. And they are red. A negative, yeah, negative. Well, it wasn't that color until the sun started coming down. And then the sun makes the cloud red, but it really did take on the red and totally absorbed it. It absorbed the red, and so did these down here. They absorbed it, but this really absorbed it big time. Yeah. Yeah, that's how you see it, Vonda. A negative entity. Whew. Let's see. And then it's going to go dark. You know, it's really interesting as it gets down this way some more. Look, you can still see like the outline of the very edge of that. Isn't that strange? This has a very edge. And you know, if we were to look at remember that star we zoomed up on? Let me find the number. It was like in the 2000, 2025 or something. Let me find it. Can I get it? Like there it was right there. Oh, sorry, went down to there, but it was like in the 2000. This star right here. We zoomed up on this star um, on the YouTube channel. Oh, Gina, honey, don't you tell me you messed it up. Yeah, I know it did this, but let me see if I can find it on here because I have I've made this so big. Okay, there it is right there. So this is that star. Okay, and I've got to make my screen a little darker so that you don't see my reflection on it. Okay, so this is the star that we zoomed up on, and on the video today on the YouTube. Would you please focus? Because it's not wanting to focus for us, you all, for some strange reason. Focus. That's not very nice, is it? Let me look at you in the inverted mode. You can't really tell it in the inverted mode either because it's not focusing for some strange reason. I don't know why this will not focus you all, really. Come on. You got to focus. Okay, can you focus? It won't focus. That's really strange. It's not going to focus. It's because I want it to focus, so it won't do it. Maybe because it's moving too much. It's constantly moving, and it won't focus. Oh, well. Yeah, I guess we don't need... And there's like something up above it, too. No, it's my phone. But this was Mount Etna today, you all. And these were the clouds that I focused on right here. The beings in the sky. And you can see them. You can see their little gray bobby heads. Like if you rolled up a ball of gray clay into a ball, that's what that looks like in the center. It really does. You've got the gray head, the gray ball. I don't even know if it has a body. I don't, and I'm being very serious. And then you have black. You have the gray round balls And then you don't have black balls, you have, yeah, you have you have long, like, stretchy hand, like octopusy-like stuff, like an octopus, like, stretching of their, I don't know, appendages, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, the watchers or something, that's what you've got. Something like that. That's what these are like. And they come out big time when the moon is getting ready to be full. So this is what we were focusing on right here. You can see the outline of them right here. You can see the outline of them here. They're like black worms. And if you've ever went night crawling, and what you got to do, you got to wet your ground at night. We would wet our ground with the water hose on a warm night because we want to go fishing the next day. And we go out at night when it got dark, and we would see the night crawlers. This is gross, you all, but if you ever went night crawling, they're slimy. Like, feel like they got snot on them. You pull them, start to pull them out of the hole, and then you take your fingers, your index and your thumb, and you rub their stomachs. You keep doing that until they come completely out of the hole, and your goal is not to break them in half. Well, I'm serious, not to break them in half. They make for good fishing bait, they do. But that's what I would do. You wet the ground, you got good soil, those night crawlers are gonna come out, and that's how you do it. They're so slimy, they're disgusting. They really are. You love night crawlers? You don't eat them, do you? Well, these are this is what kinda reminds me of. Yeah, that's, that's what it reminds me of, and, they do. But I don't think that they're slimy because 'cause they're up there in the sky. But, yeah, good evening, you all. I can't help it. You crawled back to you. That that's kinda funny, Charles. You do that a lot. You did it a lot when you were young. Yeah, and if you had to do it again, you could because you know how. Okay, so look at the top of these clouds right here. And another part of me thinks that these right here, that they are little black cubes that are lined up together. And a part of me thinks that too, lined up together. And if you got them lined up together, you can move them in any shape you want. And this right here, part of me believes that these are little white cubes that are lined up together. You could also say maybe they're little white, they look like balls if the light is shining on them so bright or whatever. They'll appear like that, but I think these are the ones that you can see at times. They could line up in a row and fly across the sky. They can move across the sky in a row because you can see them on NASA's products, is what you can see them on. But you can't really see it this good because this is really not that good. But yeah, we got stuff in the sky, you all, and I think I'm done talking. So I am going to go, you all. But they do. They live in the clouds. They live in the sky. And I don't know. That's all I know about them. It is. Oh, excuse me. The significance of the cubes, I think there's lots of schools of thoughts on that. I really do. They're in the clouds, and I think they're everywhere. They really are. They're everywhere. So I am going to go, and thank you for watching, you all. This is really interesting. It really is. And now I've done made myself tired, so I'm going to call it a night. And thank you all for listening. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you.